Hi everyone, now Harada has just announced Tekken 7 and I'm like pretty happy for it. Well, as a Tekken fan I'm really excited for this, so yeah, but ultimately now I thought he was going to actually bring up Tekken Cross Street Fighter, so I'm kind of surprised that Tekken 7 has been announced, and he did say he was mentioning another game coming up, so it might be Tekken Cross Street Fighter later. But yeah, we now got Tekken 7 in the works, and it's going to have the Unreal Engine 4, so that, I believe that's the same engine as Guilty Gear Xrd, so that's going to be a bit interesting, and I look forward to seeing how it is. Ultimately, yeah, now that Tekken 7 has been announced, I get a bit excited and I'm like, yes, new Tekken, I want to see how they do it. Is it gonna be similar to the other games? Is it gonna be different? How is it different? Yeah, ultimately, now that Tekken 7 has been announced, I'm looking forward to, I want Namco to go back to its basics from its original days and then try and find a way to use the juggles and use everything they've learned and put it in a better game, basically. So yeah, like my favorite Tekken is Tekken 5, and I think that's really good, but from 6 onward it's kind of been bad. Now I think 6 is the worst because all that is Tekken 5 with juggle and bounce and some stupid characters. Particularly I don't like Lars. I think he's too anime-ish and completely his movements are unrealistic, and having a robot girl in it is pretty silly in my opinion. You know, it's not, we already have a robot, we don't need a silly doll-like girl, but that's just my opinion. Don't hate me on it, that's just preference. Don't get me wrong, she's a great character, but I just think her moveset's a bit, it's like all the Tekken 6 characters seem a bit crazy, except for Leo. I like Leo's move, seems a bit pretty good, but yeah. So hopefully, I don't mind if there's a rage system. I don't like the bounce system. It's a bit, I don't like it, but I kinda live with it. If you can have bounce system, at least do it in a stage gimmick where where the opponent falls down or smashes through a window and you can get them into a bound. That, I think, okay, that's fair enough, that's cool. But I think Tekken 7 is going to be good. It can't be like Tekken Tag 2. Now, I think Tekken Tag 2 is a great game. Don't get me wrong, it's really great. I like it, but I think it's a bloated game. It has too many characters. And I guess that's a good thing, and a bad thing is that, oh, so many characters with so much to choose from and so much variety, but it becomes bloated. It makes it more difficult to learn the characters' moves, more difficult to know. It's hard to master. Tekken's always been a game that's hard to master, but this one's more, yeah, it's gonna be a bit difficult. No, it's yeah, basically Tekken Tag 2 for me is not the best Tekken. It's good, but it's like Marmite, basically. You love it or you hate it. One thing, I don't like the new juggle systems in the new Tekken, because one is like, yeah, you got Tag Assault and all that, and I don't think that's my idea of a fighting game. Like, what I believe is if you can see an attack, if you can see the attack, if you can see the hit, you should be able to act upon the hit, basically. Which, okay, sometimes you get punished when you get lifted in. You get punished and you get lifted and you get juggled. And yeah, okay, it's punishable, but and again, when you're being punished, it seems long-winded. Like if you're gonna get your ass beaten by a boss and like Unknown's just juggling your ass and you're like, oh. But if you can see an attack, like, oh, his person using high punches, just duck him. Oh, here's a grab move. just first to get out of the grab move. Or person's just tag to assault me, I'll just wait until they stop doing it or until they mess up and I do a tag crash, and yeah, that's half of my health. If they're gonna do juggles, it has to take less damage. In this new Tekken game, it has to take less damage. It has to be more friendly on casuals. And that's a fact, this new Tekken has to be good for casuals. And all you pro players out there, you may, oh no, it's fine as it is. It's okay, but the majority of gamers are casual gamers. And if you're punishing casual gamers, you're losing half of the market. In terms of, if you want to sell the product, you're losing, because they're like, oh, this is for pro. Well, I don't want to go tournaments, I just like a good game with my friends at home. So yeah, like, you know, so, and that's one of the things, that's one of the reasons why I hardly play Tekken with my friends, because they say like, oh, I'm not playing Tekken. I'm like, why? And it's like, no, you're just too good, you're just gonna use tag assault and juggle me. And I'm like, well, you know what, I'm not gonna use tag assault. So I don't like him myself. I don't like seeing a person get juggled up in the air. If I wanted to juggle, I'd get football and just like play keepy uppy or something like that. A fighting game for me is like just punching a guy and them countering back, etc. Not like playing footsies with juggles. But yeah, I say to my friends like, oh, come on, play it, it's okay, it's gonna be fun. But they don't, they're like, no, and I can't actually, there's no handicap. Ever since Tekken 6 there's never been a handicap. I guess that's like, oh, we put rage mode in it, so there's no need for handicap. But I'm like, no, rage mode is, I find it a bit gimmicky. It's just not really that great. It rewards noobs, and even then, you know, I've seen people like, oh, I got rage mode, I can kick ass now. I'm like, no, you can't. That's if you can find the right attack to hit me. So yeah, and yeah, this new Tekkens, I prefer to have it similar to Tekken 4, but we all know Tekken 4 was very experimental. What I mean is the environment to be similar to Tekken 4. If you have a flat ground where the surface is flat, like the arena, the floor is flat, so there's no stairs, no that, it's okay. But if you have like pillars and walls, something with a bit more character in them, you know, like a street, or, well, you always got streets, but like something that isn't boxed off, like a rooftop or something more interesting, you know. Like, I like the mall stage in Tekken 4, I thought that was really good. So yeah, if Tekken 7 is going to be good, I expect it to be, the stages has to be very dynamic. I would love to see dynamic camera angles, so when you smash a guy through a window, you can like really see it, and it's like, oh, they fall out of a building, skyscraper, or something cool like that. But yeah, I love to see something like that. Also, yeah, I want handicap, because basically if I can put a handicap with my friends who are not as good, then it becomes more fun for them. They can enjoy it. It's like, oh, I can play like with like a little kid, like a daughter or something, like, oh, you want to play Tekken? I'll set handicap on, so it'll be more easy for her and all that. So yeah, and that's more fun in itself if you get more people on board. In terms of casuals, it's a lot more fun, a lot more people will play it. So yeah, I just don't like the tag assaults or juggle systems. I think either take out the tag assault bounds in a way, or it should take less damage. So yeah, it has to go back to its basics and has to think real hard. If it's something like Tekken Revolution, which I don't mind, but the critical arts and stuff like that, many people don't like it, and I agree, I think it's very gimmicky and pretty stupid really. I don't even use it. But yeah, I don't use the critical arts and stuff like that, no. But I don't know, it needs to go back. So in terms of story, we got a new Mishima. Well, I say new, it's Kasuya's mom. So yeah, Kasumi. So that'll be a bit interesting. That's going to be like a boss battle somewhere. So I hope it's going to be good. And I hope it's going to be really good actually. But yeah, if it says the final battle in the trailer, and it's like, is this going to be the final game? Is this going to be how it ends? Or I'm really not sure, but I hope. I don't really know. I hope it's, well, I don't hope it's the final game, but I like Tekken's always been a good story, I think, and it'll be interesting. Don't like Laszlo, so it's like, oh, how's Lars gonna be? How is Jin gonna be introduced? So yeah, it's I think this story, it's like, how's the story mode gonna be? How is the story mode gonna be? So yeah, that's something to think about. Is it gonna be like Tekken 5? Is it gonna be like Tekken 6 campaign, which I thought it was bad. I disliked the campaign, like the story to it, but the campaign was like, oh, you have to beat wave and wave of these guys and just to get movie sequence. No, that's not cool. So if it's like Tekken 5, it'll be a lot more interesting. And yeah, and what I believe is unlockable characters. You gotta have unlockable characters. It just makes it a lot more entertaining. So yeah. It's just like when you see a person playing a unlockable character, I'm like, oh, that character's cool, I want to play as that character, and it gives you a drive to play the game. So if you have unlockable characters, that would be good. So yeah, just like the lockdown, you gotta unlock them. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Tekken, but I'm more. If Tekken Cross Street Fighter is a juggle fest, then I might be hesitant to get it. If it's anything like Tekken Tag 2, I might be a bit, if it's got a lot of characters and it's bloated like Tekken Tag 2, I might not get it. Because I don't feel that's a fighting game. That's just my opinion, that's my preference. You know, it's like if you were playing Dead or Alive or someone's juggling you, have like bam, counter. Nah, knock it off, you know what I mean? And that's what I think is a fighting game in a way. Don't get me wrong, I prefer Tekken. I've always liked Tekken, but I don't like the way it's going. So I hope it goes back to its roots and it becomes a better game. Basically, we realise it's enough of the gimmicks, enough of the silly stuff. Just think about, if Namco thinks about what it actually wants from a fighting game. From what it originally was, what Tekken originally was, what they wanted to conceive it as. You know, yeah. So, hopefully it'll be good. And I think if there's any new characters, which there probably will be new characters, I want them to be a bit more original, a bit more interesting. Not so bland, not like some... Again, I'm going to say Lars, it's just a knockoff Mishima, although we're going to get a new Mishima, and it's like, ah, that's okay, it's Kasumi, it's not like some, well, where did this guy come from, you know? So yeah, it's, I for one, am excited because I always thought Kasumi should be in Tekken. I always thought, yeah, when's Kasumi coming into it? I'm like, yes, now we've got it, that's cool. So yeah. If Tekken 7 is going to be a good game, it has to be similar to Tekken 5 in my opinion, and it has to have like similar backgrounds, have the stage dynamics of Tekken Tag 2, and yeah, and less of the juggles. Go for the casuals, go for the casual gamers, you'll get a lot more sales. Just make it, and less characters. You know, that's often 50 characters do about 40. So tell me what you want to see from Tekken 7. Tell me what you would like, and if you disagree with what I've said, go on, comment. If you like what I said, like it, or subscribe and see my other Tekken vids. So yeah, bye. See ya. Thanks for watching.